Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and today I'm going to do a draft on Magic Arena. So I've kind of gotten burned out on Kaldheim drafts. I've kind of slowed down on that a little bit, but I was looking at the Magic Arena schedule, seeing if anything interesting was coming out, and I noticed that today the Premier draft switched to this core sets thing. So it's a pack of core set 19, a pack of core set 20, and a pack of core set 21. And then you build a deck and play like normal. And I think this sounds really interesting. I like kind of taking packs from the past and doing drafts with them, or seeing what kind of interesting things you can come up with. So I'm gonna jump in and just see how this goes. I did a little bit of reading, trying to remember what cards were in core set 19. That was the set with the Nicol Bolas flip card. It was a set all about Nicol Bolas, right? So it had the Nicol Bolas flip card, a bunch of other planeswalkers. That had all of the other Elder Dragons, the original Elder Dragons remade. This set was sweet. This set had a lot of, course, set 19 had a lot of really cool stuff, and I really liked this limited format. I played a couple limited GPs, did okay in them at least. So let's see what we open up here. And we got Demanding Dragon, which is one of the best rares from the set. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to an opponent unless they sack a creature. Otherwise, it's a 5-mana 5/5 flyer. This is great. We will probably be taking this. Other honorable mentions are Regal Bloodlord. This card was really powerful in the white-black archetype in this set. There was a life gain theme, and this card was a huge engine piece. Other than that, Skeleton Archer was really good in M19. It wasn't as good in the later sets it was in. Divination's always fine. Druid of the Cowl and Daggerback Basilisk are playable green cards. These red cards are just okay. I don't feel like I'm passing up very many good red cards here. So we're going to take Demanding Dragon. It's a very good first pick. Second pick, not as much good stuff going on here. Fel Spectre says when it ETBs, target opponent discards a card, and then whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. It kind of went with the blue-black deck has a discard theme, and the white-black deck, it goes into that deck too. Declare Dominance says target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. All creatures able to block it do so. This is good in the green-based decks as just a finisher, or a board wipe, basically. We've got Basilisk, which I talked about already. Pegasus Courser is really good if you've got small creatures, because you give them flying and you keep attacking. You just keep attacking. Rock's Oracle is good. 5-mana 4/2 that draws a card is very decent. Rabid Bite, though, is I think going to be my pick here. It's just a decent removal spell in a red-green deck, and it doesn't even force us into red-green necessarily. I'm not super interested in any of these other cards, so yeah, we'll take the Rabid Bite. Alpine Moon. Well, we're not going to be taking Alpine Moon. Bone to Ash is basically Cryptic Command in in limited, right? Counter target creature spell, draw a card. Basically Cryptic Command. Enigma Drake is super fun to take early and try to build the deck around. Drill Master is a good aggressive card, so is Inspired Charge. Omen Speaker's better than you think it is in limited. And yeah, this card can be good. Talons of the Wildwood. It's better than you think it is because you can pick it up. It's a mana sink later in the game. I kind of just want to take the Bone to Ash and see if I can force the Enigma Drake to wheel, though. Yeah, that sounds more fun. Herald of Faith is good at getting all these kind of off-color, or not getting any red cards, unfortunately. But not passing any red cards either. Hopefully we'll get red in the next pack. I think I'm going to take Rupture Spire here. It's just a land that taps for any color of mana. You need to take a turn off to play it, but that's fine. There's some decent white cards here, but I don't have a white card yet. I don't know that I want to be in white. And yeah, not a ton else. So I'm just gonna take the Rupture Spire. Herald of Faith is good, but it would be my fourth different colored card, and I just wanna take the Rupture Spire. Okay, Dragon Egg is cute. It's pretty good in like red-black decks with sacrifice effects. The rest of this pack doesn't have a ton. It has good white cards. Tolarian Scholar's playable. Uncomfortable Chill is okay because it draws a card. Otherwise, none of this. I think I'm going to take the Dragon Egg. It's the first like decent red card that we've seen. I'm just going to cut red. Yeah. And here's some red cards. Spark-Tongue Dragon is excellent. I think this is going to be my pick. It's pretty expensive, but if you draw it super late in the game, it enters the battlefield and deals 3 to anything. If you draw it on turn 5, you can just play it as a 5-mana 3/3 flyer, and that's totally fine also. Rejuvenator is good for green. Obviously, dual lands are good. Siegebreaker Giant's fine, but I'd rather have the flyer. Crash Through is a card we might play, or is it a type of card we might play also. Okay, so now I've got options. This is the archetype that I wanted to be in when I picked Bone to Ash, is an archetype that has Snapping Drake and Sky Scanner potentially. And I'm not sure what the pick here is. Sky Scanner's good. I'm going to move the rabbit back to the sideboard for now. But Snapping Drake's just such an efficient beater. I think I'm just going to take the Snapping Drake. I think it's a little bit more powerful. Sky Scanner, while nice, I'm just going to take the Snapping Drake. Instigator is a consideration also. This goblin guy that makes another goblin. But it's kind of a replaceable level 2 drop. Here, I'm just going to take the 4/2 because it's cheaper and just almost as efficient as the 4/3. And here, I'm just going to take the dual land. On color dual, I will take it. I think this was our opening pack, right? Yeah. Declare dominance. I guess I'll take the Act of Treason and probably not play it. Enigma Drake? No Enigma Drake. Or was it the next pack? Marauder's Axe is actually good with flyers, so I think I'll take that. No Enigma Drake. Shoot. Well, I'll take the Omen Speaker. 2 mana, 1/3 scry 2 is good for holding up the ground while we hit them in the air with flyers. Same with Tolarian Scholar. This is looking okay so far. I'm sad that the Enigma Drake did not wheel. It's kind of interesting that the Highland Lake wheeled, but the Enigma Drake did not. But yeah, we're in. I like the spot we're in. We've got a couple good big flyers, and we've found a couple things to handle the ground early on. We just need a couple of removal spells and just add more stuff to this curve, and we'll be good. 2 dual lands also. Nice. Not playing either of these cards, doesn't matter. So, Magic 19, Core Set 19 was also the set that had Sarkhan's and Sealing in it, and I had that card in a sealed pool at a GP, and that was great. That was so much fun. Okay, so we're into Core Set 2020, or yeah, Magic 20. Icon of Ancestry is the artifact that says when ATBs choose a creature type, creatures you control of that type get +1/+1, and then you can activate it to look for creatures of that type in the top 3 cards. We have 3 dragons. We have 3 dragons. There's also Scholar of the Ages, which lets you return up to 2 target instants or sorceries from your graveyard. That's probably just the better pick for a blue-red deck that's already picking up, or that wants to be picking up some number of spells. Sleep Paralysis is fine. The Sprite and the Serpent are fine, but I'm gonna take the Scholar here. Uncaged Fury could also be good just to kill people out of nowhere. Well, now with another dragon, I wish I'd picked the other card. So we've got this dragon that makes 2 treasures when it enters. We also have Boreal Elemental, which is a very good card from this set. And it says spells that they cast to target it cost 2 more to cast. We've got Infuriate and Active Treason and Reduce to Ashes. I think I might just be taking this Flame Sweep, though. Like, I have a bunch of things that fly. And I don't mind if I kill my own Dragon Egg. I think I'm going to take the Flame Sweep and hope to wheel something out of this pack. Yeah. Okay, so here we've got Chandra Spitfire. 3 mana, 1/3 flyer. If they're dealt non-combat damage, it gets bigger. We're not really doing that. Unsummon is better than it looks. Yeah, I think I might just be unsummon here, which is fine. I need some more cheap spells. It's not hard removal like I'd like it to be, but I think I'll take the unsummon. I also have the Rupture Spire I need to remember, so if I want to splash something that's just amazing, I can. Leyline of Abundance. Not what we're going to be doing. There's also this, which lets you make 5/5 demons. Not what we want, obviously. Oh, I thought this was the other one. I think there's a divination or something. Like words on wings or something like that. That's divination, but 2 mana if you control a flyer. Ember Cat. I don't have any elementals yet. I don't need any of these cards. I guess I'll take the Leyline of Abundance. Cool. Shock is great. That's the kind of card I wanted. Shock plus Scholar of Ages is a combo. And I just want more cheap spells. The Moat Piranhas is decent for this kind of deck too. Something where I just want some creatures that block well early on, and then I can just win with flyers later. But I'm going to take the Shock. Veil of Summer. This card's so dumb. Airstrike you can sometimes play if you're hurting on removal. This card's okay. And this card's okay, but I'm going to take Boreal Elemental. It's a 5 mana 3/4 flyer that's tough to remove. So another Cryptic Command, anybody? There's lots of almost exclusively blue and red cards in this pack. Reduce to Ashes is fine. / good. Since I don't have that many 4 mana spells, I kind of just want to take another Bone to Ash. Is that crazy? Now I'm going to take a Bone to Ash because there was a Reduce to Ashes in one of those other packs. Dragon Mage? This card's not very good. Negate might be playable, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take Negate over Dragon Mage. I already have Spark-Tongue Dragon and Scholar of the Ages as big things to do. Cool, the Sleep Paralysis Wield. I'll take this. I need more removal. This is removal. It does the job. I'd play some of these other cards, but Sleep Paralysis is going to get in there. And I wield nothing amazing from this pack. I'll take the Octoprophet and probably not play it. This doesn't look like a great Marauder's Axe deck either. So we've got 16 playables right now with 2 lands. Still could use some more things to do early. But if we can pick up some early things, this deck looks just fine. And I'm going to take the Prismite just because it might be a thing to do early. I've also got the Flame Sweep, which is going to help with the speed of my deck. This pick doesn't matter, but a 1/6, that's some beef. Yeah, we're not gonna. I mean, I'll take it, but that's not us. We're not on the mill plan. We are on the Demanding Dragon, Spark-Tongue Dragon beatdown plan. Okay, might play Bird Grabber. The flavor on Bird Grabber is amazing. Okay, pack 3. This is core set 21, the most recent core set. We've got See the Truth, which is in our deck just Anticipate at sorcery speed. It's not going to be the pick here. We don't want card selection. And we don't have any ways to replay it. Havoc Jester is a 5 mana 5/5. It's pretty good, but we've already got our own 5 mana 5/5. Don't need that. If you've watched my other video, I think Dub is a really good card, but obviously we're not going to be taking it here. Minstrel Singer could be really sweet in our deck, but we only have 7 non-creature spells. I think I just want to take another shock. And see where we go from here. Okay, so here, Animal Sanctuary is not going to be what we want to be doing. I've got Tolarian Kraken and Opt as options. I think it's going to be Opt. Having cheap spells is good, like I've said, and having some selection and filtering is nice. The Kraken's good, but I'm good on top end already. Yeah, I'm just going to take Opt. Okay, Roaming Ghostlight's great. 5 mana 3/2 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, return, bounce a creature. This card's very good, so that'll be my pick. Nothing else here to even look at. So here we've got Shipwreck Dowser, which when it enters you can return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand, and it has prowess. We've got Frantic Inventory, which at this point is just a 2 mana cycler. And then we've got Spellgorger Weird. I think I'm going to take Spellgorger Weird. I already have all of these expensive cards, so I don't really want Shipwreck Dowser. Oh, it's so tough. No, I'm going to take Spellgorger Weird. It just suits my deck so much better right now. Chandra's Pyreling. This isn't what our deck wants to be doing, unfortunately. Furious Rise. Do we have enough 4-power creatures to make Furious Rise good? 1, 2, 3. No? Turret Ogre? I guess Turret Ogre's the pick. I don't think I'm even playing it, though. So am I just upgrading my Sleep Paralysis to Capture Sphere here? Another Kraken. I think I'm just upgrading Sleep Paralysis. Okay, that's another Opt. I just don't think I need any more expensive spells. I don't want to like lose the game with expensive spells in my hand. So I'm just going to take Opt here. And I'll take another Capture Sphere. I think there's a Thrill possibility in another pack that I might end up with anyways, so I'm not going to take this one. I'll take the Capture Sphere though. Nothing wheeled from here. Yeah, nothing Nothing for us in these packs, unfortunately. Okay. So this is the deck, basically. I think I'm just cutting a land and playing the deck the way I have it built right here. I am going to play the Prism Mite. So let's see. Other cards that are options. The Marauder's Axe. But I think that my flyers are going to be potent enough to end the game without the axe. I have this Sleep Paralysis, but I have 2 Capture Spheres, which I'd rather have in a deck with 2 Bone Ash also. Yeah, so I'm playing 16 lands because I've got 2 ops. And ops kind of help you dig for the lands you need. And this is just the deck. I'm playing some less than ideal 2-drops, but I've got the Shocks and Flame Sweeps also to help out early on, and then I'm just going to try to play flyers and win the game. So that is that, and I will see you all for round 1. All right, we are back for the first game with this blue-red Flyers Dragons deck. This hand looks good. It's a little slow, but I'm expecting decks in this format to be a little less cohesive than in any of the sets drafts themselves. So I'm thinking that aggro decks are going to be a little worse, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll see. Okay, don't need any more lands. Just need like a Bone to Ash would be nice. Something to do. Let's see what you got, opponent. Scythe is a little scary. I'm just gonna play the Spellgorger weird. If they'd played a creature there that I was interested in blocking, I would have played the Dragon Egg. But since they didn't, I'm just holding the egg. Still hoping on drawing a Bone to Ash. I have that Cancel in the sideboard too. Maybe it's better to play Cancel than like the Prism Mite that I have. But I'm glad our opponent didn't pressure us at all. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, unsummon? So let's see. I'm just gonna play Dragon Egg. And pass. So our opponent's gonna have 6 mana if they hit a land drop. If they equip and try to attack, I'll just block with the Dragon Egg and then bounce their Catalyst Elemental. If they're sacking Catalyst Elemental to do something, I'll just bounce the thing they power out. Unsummon was a nice draw. This scythe might be an issue, but I'm hoping I can just race it. Yeah, that's fine. See, like this is going to be perfect. And then they're just going to equip the scythe. So now I can just unsummon that one. Power up the Spellgorger Weird. Attack for 3. I don't see a reason to run out Spark-Tongue Dragon yet. I'm just going to not. I already have 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. And this kicks for 8, basically. So I'm just going to chill on the Spark-Tongue Dragon. I'd like to, you know, draw a spell at some point, but we'll see. Our opponent missed land again. Looks like it. Attack. Do they have a spell? What spell do they have? Because this thing has prowess. Blade Brand. Well, that sucks. I was going to say I can capture Sphere in response, but now I can't. Okay. That was a good play by them. And now it's Dragon Egg versus Malefic Scythe. Okay. Well, I'm glad I held on to Spark-Tongue Dragon, I guess. Now the $1,000,000 question is, do they attack? Give me a Dragon Whelp. I hope they do. Snapping off this block. Yay, my egg hatched. Well, I hope they've got a creature so I can capture Sphere it and then just slam Spark-Tongue next turn. Or, if the creature dies of Spark-Tongue, I'll just play the Spark-Tongue. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that is not capture Sphere worthy. Oh, gotta love drawing 9 lands in the top however many cards of your deck. Auto pay, Dome the Weird, attack for 2. So now next turn I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage going at their face with a removal spell in hand. I mean, they probably just have removal spells, but if they don't, I win this race. Let's see what they got. They finally found some lands, so. Yep. No blocks. Yep, it's gonna eat a capture Sphere. Well, finding a mountain's kind of okay. Hit ya. Go. Are the dragons gonna get it done? Even though I've flooded stupidly. Okay, they have Lightning Strike, which is unfortunate. If they just go to attacks here, I think I will Capture Sphere the Fire Elemental. And oh my goodness. 10 lands in the top 16 cards of my deck. No. 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 And they needed to find the 6th land there. And they'd been missing land drops too. Well, that's getting bone dashed for sure. Cast Cryptic Command. Counter draw. I go to 8. Another Capture Sphere. Okay. I'm gonna hold the island in case they have... I can't remember if there's just a blind discard spell. Like Mind Rot or something. But I don't just want to randomly lose to Mind Rot. I was gonna say maybe I can sneak in damage just by using the Tolarian Scholar. Don't think that's gonna work now. I'm gonna let this hit me one more time. Just draw my card. Jeez. So half of my deck I found 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I've only got 4 lands left. Only 4 lands left. So let's see. If I attack, they block. I Capture Sphere that. Yeah. So I've got 2 shocks in my deck too, right? So if I can put them to 1, that's great. How did they draw cards? They drew cards with Bladebrand. And they were on the draw, so they're 2 cards ahead of me. If they just go to combat, I'm going to Capture Sphere the Sorcerer. I have to. Because any spell kills me at instant speed. Oh, they didn't want to use their mana to deal me 2. Oh, I guess they still can now. Nope. Come on, Scholar of the Ages. That'd be a great card to draw now. Because I've got 12 mana, so I can cast it, pick up Bone to Ash, and then summon and cast both of them. No attacks. Wizards holding down the fort. They can move the scythe over. Oh, nice. Post-combat Chandra, Acolyte of Flame.
No, too bad.
And they're casting Lightning Strike to kill my Scholar? Sure.
Come on, Chandra, remember that spell.
Okay, we will opt. Find a shock. So let's see. Next turn, my opponent can do what? they can plus or 0 Chandra to make 2 more 1/1s. Maybe they have a spell that can attack me down to 2 or down to 1. How am I winning this game if I'm not just drawing the shock and trying to burn them out? I don't think I am, so I'm drawing shock. Plan is to just shock them and then draw Scholar of the Ages or Opt or my other shock. What? That's that's just something else. Okay. We're gonna jump into round game 2. I'll meet you there. But first, I think I am gonna make a change to the deck. I think I do want to put in this cancel. Though, now that I'm looking at the deck, I forgot that I had this negate in the main deck. So between the negate and the 2 Bone to Ashes, I think I'm okay there, actually. Yeah. Alright. Game 2, coming up right now. Alright, let's try to not draw 12 of our 16 lands in the top half of our deck this game. As long as we can do that, I think this deck has a real shot of winning some games. Well, I'm going to be baited into keeping a land heavy hand again. That's cool. So it begins. Just need a Bone to Ash, or even an Opt would help this hand a lot. Just using my mana. There's the Bone to Ash. Okay. I'm liking this a little bit more. We've got the Scholar down. Next turn we can hold up Capture Sphere and Bone to Ash. Okay. Okay. Drawing the dragon when we don't have second red to cast it. Great. Yep. I think I will just Capture Sphere the spider. It's going to cause me some problems. Red. Do I go shield down? Though now that I should not have done, I don't know. They can just sacrifice that to the dragon now. If I play this, I need to tap a land, so I can't live up Bone to Ash. And I just don't know if that's what I want to do. Oh, Heart Piercer Bow. That's right. That was so cool. That was such a cool card. You could just stack a bunch of Heart Piercer bows. Oh, they have shock. Sure. Okay. Play a 5-drop. Do it. They didn't do it. Now I'm in kind of an awkward spot. I think I'll just pass one more turn. Next turn I can play Dragon Egg and leave Bone to Ash up. Sure. And now I've got Opt. I can dig for something more useful. If they don't do anything, if they play a creature, I can counter it. That's a creature I will counter. That counts. So now they're in a weird spot where if they attack, they just give me a free 2/2 flyer. If they don't attack, they're not really doing anything. And they're just holding back, and I can't blame them for that. Does mean the dragon's going to come down. It's going to force them to just sacrifice the Netcaster Spider, which doesn't do anything. I'll just pass to make it look like I have something, even though I just have an opt. I'll probably just hold the opt this turn so I can use it to power up the Spellgorger weird. That'll do it. So now they can trade the game for the dragon. It says all creatures, right? Yep. So they'll just trade this with the dragon. They'll go back up to 20. I'll still have my dragon egg for later. Ooh, Scholar to pick up Bone to Ash and Shock later. Don't mind if I do. But for now, I'm just going to play some things. Pass the turn. Oh, you don't have anything to do? That's too bad. This Scholar's gonna be so good. Opt. Trigger. Don't need a land. Attacks. Go. Now they're dead next turn, right? They're just dead to the board, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. Okay. That'll do something. But what else you got? Gonna need more than just that. I'm really thinking about just shocking my own dragon egg, which I think might be the right play. Yep. Because it puts a counter on the Spellgorger weird, makes another 2/2 flyer, and then I can just say, I think attack all's fine. 4, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 if they block the Scholar. So they have to block one of the red things. Cool. Or they just died. Neat. So that was a much better representation of how I want our deck to play. I'm hoping it will continue to look good. So let's keep on rolling. I do wish that one of the reduced to ashes would have come back. There was one that was like 7th pick in whatever pack that was, pack 2, I think. And I didn't pick it because there was one in our opening pack or the second pack we saw, and there were some other good red cards in there, so I thought that the reduced to ashes would come back. It's kind of expensive and clunky. It's not always a card every red deck wants, which is why I thought it might make its way back to us, which it didn't, which is too bad. I don't have that many great ways to deal with super huge things other than just countering them, but the 2 Bone to Ashes and the Unsummon do give me enough chances to do so. And then the Shocks and the Flame Sweep can always clean up small stuff, so Demanding Dragon can force them to either take 5 or sacrifice their big thing. So maybe that's not as much of a concern. Oh, I think this is our first opponent, wasn't it? With the red-black deck? Wasn't that their username? I guess we'll see. Yep. We've had very land-heavy hands all of these games so far. So I was saying before, Sarkhan's Unsealing is a sweet card to open in sealed and a really fun card to try to build around in Limited. In Core Set 19, Sarkhan's Unsealing, or the red-green deck, was a power 4 or greater matters. That was kind of the theme. Ferocious, I think, from Khans of Tarkir, or one of the Tarkir sets. So Sarkhan's Unsealing says, whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has power 4 or greater. Ooh, the Motivator can be kind of scary, but I'm not going to shock it. So whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4, 5, or 6, it deals 4. Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 to any target. And then if you cast a creature with... now do I shock the Motivator? Yeah, I think so. Whenever you cast a creature with power 7, it deals 4 to your opponent and each creature they control. Which is absurd, right? But there aren't that many 7-power creatures in Limited. Well, in Core Set 19, there was an uncommon, it was a Helion, I don't remember its name, but it was like a 4-mana 7/3 with Trample. And it said, like, whenever it deals damage or attacks and isn't blocked or something like that, at the end of combat, return it to its owner's library, shuffle it into its owner's deck. Which is kind of crazy, right? That's... I'll just play the Board Grabber. So, at a Grand Prix, my pool was not that great, but I had a Sarkhan's Unsealing and plenty of 4+ power creatures to make it trigger consistently. I was a blue-red deck, and I had one of these Helions, a 4-mana 7/3. And against one opponent, I assembled the combo, so I played it, wiped their board, dealt them 4, shuffled it back into my deck. And then I think that they were at low life, or they like had a Gravedigger or something to rebuild, and not a turn on the next draw step, I peel the Helion. The next possible draw step, so I attacked with it. They took 7 or something like that. It shuffled back into my deck. Take that. So yeah, this is the same opponent. Get negated. Thanks. Now, can I peel the land so I can Demanding Dragon their Sorcerer? That would be sweet. No such luck. I will opt now, though. See if I can find a land. Shock is not a land, unfortunately. Mountain's a land. So, yeah, my opponent took a bunch of damage and I cleared their board with the Helion. Then they had a chance to block it. They chose not to. They took 7. It shuffled back into my deck, and then I drew it on the next turn, and I think it might have killed them. My opponent was so upset. It was great, and it was awful, but it was great. Sarkhan's and Sealing. My opponent's this deck that our opponent has is pretty sweet. It's got the Catalyst Elemental to power out with Chandra. If I didn't have Demanding Dragon in my hand, I would Capture Sphere the Sorcerer now, but I'm just gonna Demanding Dragon it. I imagine that they'll sacrifice their 3/3 to my Demanding Dragon. They might concede. This is going to be a pretty big swing either way. So then, that's actually not even the best part of this Sarkhan's and Sealing story from this Grand Prix. So, I beat my opponent in the match. My opponent's a little upset that I have the Helion multiple times. Oh, they just took 5? Cool, deal. Whatever. I keep playing. I end up day 2ing, and later on, one of the friends that I went to this GP with runs up to me, and he's telling me about this sweet game he just played, and he also had a Sarkhan's and Sealing deck. Also had opened it during his Seal Pool, built a deck around it. We both were, getting along and laughing about our sweet Sarkhan's and Sealings all tournament. And so he's like, yeah, my opponent was just like grumbling about how this is the second Sarkhan's and Sealing deck he's lost to all day. And it was the same guy. So my friend and I basically knocked this guy out of the Grand Prix with 2 Sarkhan's and Sealing decks, just completely randomly. It was kind of great. I'm not going to block. Never make this block. Even if they don't have a shock. We're winning the race. No reason to try to do anything here. Yeah, they had the Blade Brand. And we have this Capture Sphere to deal with it later, so like we're not in a rush to take this thing off the board. It's not pressuring us super much. Since we've got... Start by attacking. And probably just play a Snapping Drake here. So now we've got lethal, even if they take the Demanding Dragon off the table, because the Bird Grabber can gain flying by grabbing on to the Snapping Drake. And there we go, another win. And I think I'm going to do one more game in this recording session, and then I'll pick it up tomorrow, record the rest of the games, and then get this video posted for anyone who wants to do some core sets drafts. If you've ever wanted to do like I don't know, this isn't a chaos draft, right? Chaos drafts are a lot more crazy than this, but this is still the same kind of thing. I still think it's kind of fun, and I think you should definitely give it a shot while it's available. So hopefully this gets you to go and give it a shot, because I'm having a blast, and you should too. I'm going to keep this hand. The Opt can help us find red. And once it does, we can go Opt, Shock, Ogre, and then finish off with the Elemental. Should be a good enough curve in a lot of games of Limited. The art on the sleeve is sweet. I really like some of the art that they've done for the secret layers. I have not spent money to buy any of them, but I think the art's really amazing. Looking for red mana. That's not red mana. That is. Cool. Yep, now everything's fine. We can shock their 2-drop, play the ogre, start pressuring them with the ogre. Oh, they don't even have a 2-drop. Perfect. Now the ogre just threatens to kill them. Oh, they have, like, eliminate or something? Oh, sure. That's fine. Cycle Blade Brand on my ogre. Deal. Ooh. Now we just leave a Bone to Ash. Or Cryptic Command. Yeah, no thank you. Counter draw. That just puts them so far behind. It feels so good to cast. I've still got the Capture Sphere as backup. Yeah, I mean, you've got a 5/5. That's pretty good. Do I keep the beatdowns rolling by Capture Sphering the 5/5? Or do I set up for a better turn later by... I think I go Boreal Elemental here and pass. Hope they play something shockable so I can go Shock now and then Capture Sphere the Baloth. No blocks. Yeah, if they play something shockable, that also lets my Scholar of the Ages get better also. If they don't, if they just like kill the elemental by spending all of their mana, that's fine for me too. I'll just, captures for the Vigilant Baloth. Well, Silverback Shaman kind of sucks, but it's a 4-power creature, so it trades with my ogre. Now what? I could attack with both, see how they block, and then trade Shock for Baloth. I think I'll just Capture Sphere the Baloth. What do they have for single green? Oh no, am I getting Ranger's Guiled? Oh no. Disaster. That's not good. That is really not good. So if I find a land, I'm still in this. So... Oh, why'd they do it there? They should have put it here. Okay. Ow. Okay, so... Sky Scanner's fine. Come on, draw land. Just another Capture Sphere. Okay, so I can still do what I want to do. But I can't power up the Spellgorger Weird while I do it, which is what I was going to try to set up. So if I drawn my 7th land, I could cast Spellgorger Weird this turn. And then when my opponent goes to attacks, I'm going to line up Boreal Elemental in front of the Baloth. I'm going to Flame Sweep. And then I'm going to shock the Silverback Shaman. Oh no, they have Rabid Bite here. Oh, Hunter's Edge. So that's fine. I'll Flame Sweep now. Shock the Silverback. Yep. Block. So now... Oh, so they drew land too? That's so good for me. No land, yes. Prismite. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to play 2 things this turn. Next turn I can capture Sphere their best thing. If they don't have a best thing, I can just Scholar to set up again. Okay, Skeleton Archer is going to be good enough for me to capture Sphere, I think. Or is it? Okay. So I can Scholar. Scholar can get back what? Bone to Ash Flame Sweep? And then when they attack, I can go to 1. Or I can trade... I don't want to trade everything off. Yeah, I guess I'd better do it now before things get worse. So I'm probably taking damage from the Child Knight, going to 2. Oh, that's fine. Absolutely trading. And Cultivate's fine. Okay. So now what? I think I do just unsummon. Hit for 3. I'll let Child of Night resolve, and if they cast a second creature, I'll Bone to Ash it. Because the flame sweep can clean up the child later, kind of whenever I want it to. Huh. No, you know what? That's fine too. I'll let that resolve. And now I'll just flame sweep. Hit for 4. And I've got the Bone to Ash. So what you got? Whew. Good game. Sweet. So like I said, that's going to be my last game for right this second. I'm going to finish up the recording tomorrow. All right. I am back. I've had a good night's sleep, and we're jumping into the next game here with our Red Blue Dragons deck. Oh, they couldn't find somebody for us in our rank, so they matched us with a Mythic player. Good. This hand is good. It's a little slow. We could use a shock or something, but this hand's fine. So the play here, I'm not sure if we're going to play Ogre or Egg on 2 or on 3. We will see. I think it's going to be Ogre, given what they have right now. If they play a 2-power creature, it'll be Egg instead. Just need a land now. I asked for an early play. I drew a 4-drop, a 5-drop, and a 5-drop instead. Yeah, our opponent's got a much better Marauder's Axe deck than we do. Nope. That's unfortunate. A land would have let us capture Sphere the Bloodletter, which means if they want to attack with the Pegasus, they have to sacrifice the skeleton. But now we're at 3. Things are looking kind of bleak. Found a land. So I'm going to pass the turn. Capture Sphere, the Bloodletter. Oh, and then they say no attacks. They don't want to give me a dragon. Okay. Oh. Sure. They just have the burn spell to kill me. Well, that was too bad. I think that is one of the problems with our deck. We have some very good early plays, but we don't have enough of them, probably. We have lots of 4-drops. Okay, moving on. Our opponent had a nice little white-black aggro deck. I do think that if we hit the 4th land a turn earlier, and we can capture Sphere the Bloodletter when we're at 9, we have a chance to turn that game around. Yeah, I'll keep this. It needs a lot of help, but I'm not mulliganing. This. Our first island lets us cast Omen Speaker, which is going to help a lot. Turn 2 Bird Grabber. Yeah. Get in there, little guy. Okay. I wouldn't mind just drawing like 2 islands now. Just island. Okay. No. I'm gonna shock the Leafkin Druid, just bolt the bird, get it out of there. Okay. Come on, deck. Any islands? Okay. not sure what to do here. I think I just pass. I don't want to run Onake Ogre into my Flame Sweep. Now I'll block. Yay, did it. I'd love to keep Ghostlight, but I can't. I don't think I keep Spellgorger Weird either. Yeah, I think I'm just bottoming for lands. I think I will run out the Ogre here. Sweet. Just pass here. I can try to set up a play where I block the stag with my Omen Speaker. And then Flame Sweep or something. I don't think I'm there yet, though. Sweet. Spark Tongue Dragon looks pretty good. I'm not going to play it yet. I guess I just click pass. I really just want to find lands. Sure. Go to 7-3. Really want to find a land. Nice. Now I can do this. Pick up my 2 spells. No attacks. Now my opponent's in a rough spot. The stag dies if either of these things block it. I think I block like this, take 7, go to 4. I guess I die to a pump spell that way, though. If I block like this... Yeah, maybe I do preserve my life total here. The Flame Sweep's gonna clean up the cavalry. Okay. Capture Sphere was a nice draw. Let's see. Do I Capture Sphere now while they're tapped out? So I don't get got by another Ranger's Guile? I think so. It means I don't have Bone to Ash up, which does suck, but I think it's my best option. And then I'm trading Scholar for Gorehorn. Yep. cool. Negate showing up pretty big there. Demanding Dragon and Capture Sphere, not a combo. Well, I think I still play the dragon. They can attack with Dreadmaw. I will not block. I'll go to 3. Next turn I can set up a block plus a Flame Sweep. They've just got a whole bunch of big dumb idiots, huh? Yeah. I think I need to try to find something cheaper to do. Ooh, Dragon Egg's good. Dragon Egg is perfect, actually. Or as perfect as it can be in this situation. Actually, really good. Yeah. Okay. So now... Yeah, now I just die. Because this can come down. I can pay for it to kill one of these, but I can only block 2 things. Oh no, I can block 2 things, and I go to 1. Yep. And I'm blocking like this, because the Spark Tongue, or because this thing can actually kill Vorst Claw. Shoot. And that's too bad. Stumbled on mana there for a little bit and couldn't get there. Well, our opponent just had a bunch of big things. We did get to see the deck do some things. Not quite as much as I would have liked, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. I hope you enjoyed this look at the core sets draft experience. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.